What's up, everyone? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about the best investing and breaking news with everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today, we're going to be talking about Solana, sitting currently at 10th place on the CoinMarketCap. The price is $70 with the trading volume within the 24 hours of 1.58 and the 7-day trading volume at 3.41. And the total market cap is 20 billion, just 5 billion short of beating Polkadot for 9th place. Now, Solana's been stuck in 10th place for about a week now. It's gained a huge percentage just from its $30 range from just a week and a half ago to now $70. And I wanted to share with you some interesting things happening in the Solana atmosphere and also show you a price prediction that I have at the very tail end. So stick around, be sure to hit that like button, and let's begin. So the first article for Solana is Osprey readies Sol fund as Solana attracts institutional interest. Now this seems pretty cool. Osprey appears to have beaten Grayscale in the race to get Solana vehicle into the market. And if you're not aware, Grayscale has not announced Solana to be in the large cap DeFi trust or its own Solana trust. So it seems like these people have beaten Grayscale to it, but I do think it's inevitable that Grayscale will put Solana on its trading trust form. So Osprey Funds has readied a private Sol fund for wealthy investors, signaling growing institutional interest in the Solana network's booming native token. The fund, called the Osprey Solana's Trust, was registered with the U.S. Securities Regulators Tuesday. Continues to say that Trust appears to be the first private Sol investment vehicle in the U.S. It comes as a growing number of investors take interest in Solana, whose Sol token is up over 4,500% this year. It's nearly doubled in value, and in the last week now touts a market cap of over $20 billion. Osprey has been working on its own Solana trust since at least mid-June, according to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission records. Rival fund manager Grayscale also signaled in June that its own Solana fund was in the works, but again, they have not responded to their inquiries if that has been confirmed just yet, but at least they're in the works. Trust products such as Osprey's gives Wall Street types a way to gain exposure to crypto prices without directly holding the underlying tokens. Instead, they give their cash to an investment vehicle that does the buying and holding on their behalf, usually for a fee. So why don't wealthy investors buy their own tokens on Coinbase or just have their own access to these cryptos on any of these exchanges, if it be Binance, KuCoin, Crypto.com, Coinbase? Well, it's because the U.S. has not at least put into the right wording what a broker is in the infrastructure bill. So we're waiting for regulation. So until regulation is passed, until then, well, we're just going to have to wait for like Grayscale and all these other funds to provide that service and protection for these wealthy investors, so that if there's any hack or if there's money ever stolen, which we've kind of seen over the weeks, that every now and then there's some type of hack on some network, on some type of protocol, well, no wealthy investor wants to lose their money. So going through a trust fund like Grayscale, say for instance, or Osprey Funds allows that protection. So if there is ever a hack, they have that type of insurance from these funds to protect their investments. So there you go. And the next article talks about Phoenix announces support for Solana. And DeFi offers compelling value proposition by allowing masses to leverage financial applications and by effectively eliminating intermediaries. Unfortunately, the growth of this sector has revealed scalability issues, and DeFi has been a victim of its own success. So this is primarily because of a major portion is still hinging on the Ethereum network, which is known to experience severe network congestion and skyrocketing gas fees. Solana has been garnering quite a bit of attention, and for all the right reasons. It is often referred to as the Ethereum killer, since it aims to tackle the inefficiencies of the market leader. Beyond the scalability limitations, Solana also aspires to build an efficient scalability network without jeopardizing factors such as security or network decentralization. It guarantees a throughput of 50,000 transactions per second across a network of 200 nodes. The blockchain scalability trilemma is the biggest threat to the growth and the adoption of decentralized finance. To that extent, the fourth-gen open-source Solana blockchain has irrefutably carved a niche for itself in the community. According to the trilemma, only two of these characteristics can work ideally at the expense of the third, meaning for a blockchain to possess high security and decentralization, scalability must be compromised. Hence, many prominent blockchain networks have been made some sort of trade-off, but not Solana. Against all odds, this blockchain has achieved high decentralization, security, and as well as scalability through the highly innovative new timekeeping technique for the distributed systems called proof of history. Apart from the proof of history, Solana uses 7 other innovations that enable throughput and more efficiency within the network. The blockchain runs a consensus mechanism called Tower BFT, which is a proof of history optimized version of PBFT. And what is PBFT? That is practical Byzantine fault tolerance, which is a consensus mechanism shows great potential to break performance bottleneck of proof of work based blockchain systems, which typically supports only dozens of transactions per second and requires minutes to hours for transaction confirmation. So what I found really interesting is that all of this is done on a single layer blockchain. Ethereum uses a second layer blockchain to help with the transactions to speed that up. And that's through, say for instance, Polygon. Polygon is a second layer solution to Ethereum that allows people to make faster transactions and hopefully lower gas fees. But the thing is, Ethereum is still facing gas fees, and especially during the NFT craze right now, gas fees are through the roof. And so Solana is there to help provide the efficiency in that, and hopefully, won't have to do another second layer. Again, this is all first layer solutions, which is pretty amazing. Now, I wanted to go through a price prediction here because I think this is the really juicy part. Right now, we're hovering around let's see here. We are around the $70 range, and we can see that there's this wedge right here. We've been trading up and down, and we're going to see some bouncing off every now and then. So, maybe you'll see something go up and then down, up and then down. Eventually, we either break up or we break down. And if we do break down, we could see it breaking down, to this point, which is if it breaks down, we can see the resistance level of 65. If it goes past 65 and it goes downwards, we can find a support level of around 59.60. If it does continue to break down after that, we can see as low as 43. And, whenever I see these drops, I don't ever panic. I don't sell. This is where you dollar cost average. This is where you put a little bit of funds here, put a little funds here, and put a little bit of funds here. You don't put all your eggs in one basket on this one, or this one. You dollar cost average, because you never know when there's a great buying opportunity. Because it's not to say that, it dips down here, it won't go back up. You know what I mean? Or if it goes down to 59 or 60, that it won't skyrocket back up. And that's the pattern. We need to be sure to be ready for those buy opportunities. But when I'm using the Fibonacci retracement, if we just start from here at the top and go down to the low, let's see here, let's go down to the low. Let's see where the price target is. So I think if we bounce off of here, we can actually see a price target of, say, right here, we bounce, and then we can go all the way up to the goal of 105. So that is my price target. This is where I'm actually aiming for, maybe to take profits or to hodl. But for me, I'm in it for the long game. I want to make sure that I can, reach this point right now. But again, if there's ever a time it does decide to, do retracement back down to these support levels, which is possible, I do think that that's a great buying opportunity. And right now, this is a strong level right here, and this is where you're kind of seeing that it isn't actually, it's not fighting too far down, but it's also almost fighting right back up. So we are primed to see something happen, hopefully within the next week or so. But, do experience some bouncing back and forth, because right now we're trading sideways, as you can tell, and that's completely healthy. If we zoom out on the monthly chart, let's see here. If we zoom out on the monthly chart, we can actually see, maybe let's do the weekly. Let's do the weekly chart. As you can see, the weekly chart, we just skyrocketed so fast, so high. We definitely need some retracement. We need to consolidate right here. And, it's just healthy for the market. It's healthy for Solana. But, given all the stories that we've read about, I do see a lot of potential in Solana. Do I think it's a Ethereum killer? I don't think so. I think that Solana is there to work alongside Cardano and Ethereum. Each one has their own benefits, and it's if anything, I think it's like a Polkadot killer. It's like right next to it. I haven't really heard much about Polkadot, but we already know that NFTs are killing it in Solana, and there'll be more NFTs to come. And so, be ready for that. I hope this video has been very helpful for you guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts if you are holding Solana in your portfolio. Are you going to be dollar cost averaging? And also, where do you think the price is going to go? Do you think it's going to hit the price target that I went for? If not, tell me your thoughts. So that's it, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for future videos, and I'll see you guys next time.